Hello everyone, I normally don't record a voiceover before the video starts, but I just have to explain something. For whatever reason, I've recorded more or longer videos of day 3 than I have with days 1 and 2. The day 3 video was apparently going to be a little over 2.5 hours long, so I had to do a lot of video trimming, not only due to the long video clips, but it's mostly due to the HP Pavilion computer being very slow. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alright everybody, what's happening? It's your boy Jesse here. Welcome back to another video. Day 3, and hopefully the final day. Depends on the weather. We're going to be firing up the HP Pavilion computer. I don't remember, I keep forgetting the model for it exactly. I'll try to put it in the title. I haven't powered this up yet. I got the monitor already plugged in the power strip for it. It's not on yet. And I'll plug the PC in here. So, as the famous words of JK18, smoke test! Okay, nothing happens. Let's see if it'll power on. Okay, there we go, blue light. Do we have picture? Oh, there it goes. Just took a minute to... It does have HDMI, as you can tell. Oops, sorry for the light glare. It's going to go to sleep mode. But yeah, this monitor does have HDMI. Unlike the Dell monitor down there, that does not. That one only has VGA and DVI. This one has DVI, HDMI, and VGA. I haven't cleaned the monitor up yet. And no, those stains down there are not what you think they are. Just looks like sticker residue or something. Maybe some paint stains. That's not what you think. Excuse my feet there, by the way. My foot, I should say. Anyways, we're going to plug this in. I did check the CMOS battery, and it is good. It's just hard to eject those batteries. I'll plug it in, see what happens. Saw my light, ceiling fan light just down there for a minute. Let's see. No power indicator, I don't think. Anyways, I think we're ready to rock and roll, so see what happens. We have power. We should have post. Yep. Oops, there we go, HDMI active. Let's see what OS we're on. You want to take a guess? 8, 8.1, 10. A little slow. I might have to cut some of this out depending on if there's any sensitive situation. It could be from the same owner that had, Vic, like Vic Lance from GTA, was it Vice City? And I think Vice City Stories is what I'm saying. I did hook up I forgot to mention this, but I hooked up the original mouse and keyboard. What OS are we on is the question. It's going to probably be 10. But look at that slowness. Goodness gracious. And like I said, this is on the day 1 or day 2 video. This is my problem with some people who don't get rid of their personal information before getting rid of their computer. Definitely Windows 10, yep. As you can tell there. Clock is actually right, it's just a minute off. I have not connected to internet yet, which is smart. You don't want to connect to internet in case there's any potential malware or viruses. Keyboard still works. I wonder if it's under the same name. Alright, I have to interrupt here real quick. I just want to say, unfortunately, I was unable to access this person's account. Not only due to the fact that they had a PIN or password, they also had their phone number as their username. So I'm going to have to cut that out because most likely I'm going to forget to blur that out on YouTube. Anyways, back to the video. Oh, we do have a system recovery option, surprisingly. But let's go into BIOS setup and see what we got. HP setup utility, yeah. Some of these words are complicated for me to pronounce, so we got let's go to the system information. It's a 590 PO. The last ones for whatever reason are X'd out. I don't know why. We got System Family. I'm sorry, not System Family. Sorry, born on date February 8, 2020. Oh wow, so this is very not too bad. It's just about 5 years old. So yeah, I was close enough. I thought it was from like the late 2010s. Turns out it's early 2020s. Device configuration. It does see the CD-ROM. Oh, so it's not DVD-ROM? I don't know, guys. I'll leave that alone. Let's go under power management and see. Idle power savings, extended, runtime power management, enable. I'll leave all that alone. SATA power on management. Yeah. But I don't know why. Thermal, let's see what that is. Oh, it just tells you the speed. Power on options, post messages. Yeah, we'll turn that on because I prefer to have that. After power loss off, post delay. Yeah, you're probably going to want to have it on for a monitor like this. So let's just do post delay 10 seconds. I'll probably switch that later. Let's hit F10 to accept. BIOS power on. No, but that's just a weekly thing. Bus options. I'm going to leave those alone because I don't want to mess with that. And the num-lock state and power on. Yeah, I'll leave that alone as well. Alright, so I think we're good. And apply changes and exit. And we'll go to system recovery because why not? Okay, so we're headed to the recovery. Because otherwise it wouldn't be showing please wait otherwise. So we'll go into troubleshoot and let's see, does it even have a recovery? No, it does not. So I guess what we're going to do is go under reset this PC, which I should have done to the Dell Inspiron 560, but instead I went back to Windows 7 because that was the original OS from the get-go. However, the recovery partition for whatever reason doesn't work on that PC. I'm not sure why. And it messed up the Dell OEM stuff. And I don't have like the disk or whatever to reinstall all that mess. I mean, you could probably find like the applications for it on Dell's website, but I just don't feel like messing around with that right now. So let's do reset this PC. We're gonna remove everything. Cloud download, or we'll do local reinstall because I don't feel like we're not gonna connect to internet and do all that. Local reinstall. I was hoping I would be able to explore what other info was on here, but again, I didn't want to risk guessing this guy's PC. We don't want to fully clean the drive. We're just gonna remove my files. So we're just gonna do that. We're not gonna fully clean the drive, which I think that was the problem with the Dell Inspiron 560. I should have, even though I formatted the drive, if I would have not formatted it, would have made a windows.old folder, which I did not want in the first place. So that's probably why the OEM got messed up, and I should have just done reset this PC from on it, and that's my fault. But hey, at least JK18 will be proud that it went back to Windows 7 on that computer. I think I'm just going to leave it on Windows 7 on there, although it's mostly at end of support at this point. I got it all up to date. Sadly, you can't do that with Windows XP anymore these days, because, yeah, that's just how it is by today's standards. Windows 7, you could still update to this day. You have to install like manually install an update, the Windows Update Agent, whatever it's called. But I wish you could do that to XP, but sadly you can't. Reset this PC. Are you ready to reset? And I hope we don't lose power here, because, like I said, the weather's going to be crazy here in a little while. So, here we go. And I hope it doesn't ask for a product key, because otherwise I am screwed. While we're waiting for this to reset, I'll just show what drives I have. And I'll just give you a little story about them, on where they came from. We'll start with the biggest one. This is a Western Digital, or Western Defective, as most people call it. 1 terabyte HDD. This came out of a HP Pavilion. I think it's a S5-1414. I don't remember the model exactly. But that computer is long gone. I think the phone's being blown up like crazy. I think the motherboard on it broke or whatever, because it wouldn't even get post. It had like 6 beeping error codes, which said something about the onboard graphics needed to be reseated. So that computer, like I said, is decommissioned and long gone. Western Digital Blue SA510 500 gigabytes drive decided to fail while creating Windows 10 installation media on it. So this drive is done for. Seagate Barracuda Pro 1 terabyte. This drive still works good. Also, this drive still works good. I forgot to mention that. So these two drives are good. Seagate Barracuda 2 terabyte. This drive is degraded, unfortunately. Now, if I would have got the Barracuda Pro, it probably would have lasted longer, but this drive is on its last legs, unfortunately. This one is done. This one sort of works. These two are good. I also have a Hitachi drive in this black computer. I originally had this drive in it, but I switched it out. Decided to go with the it's a 950, a little bit of an oddball size Hitachi hard drive from. That was out the HP Pavilion P6000 series, which, again, that power supply broke on it. That was my nephew's old computer. This was in it, but like I said, this drive's bad. That was in the HP Pavilion P6000 series, I should say. And the Hitachi hard drive was originally in it, is what I'm saying. So, 13% complete. A little sketchy here, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to be losing power here. Depends on the weather. Because I know, like, I've already posted. Well, that depends on which day I upload this. We're under a tornado watch until 8 p.m. tonight. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a backstory of these 4 drives. Yeah. It's hard to believe I had catastrophic failure with a SSD for the first time. Might as well just call it Western defective, you know? But oddly enough, this drive is still working good to this day somehow. This drive, like I said, still works good. That one sort of works, but it's degraded. Because the files on it are taking too long to load, so you know it's already on its last legs. So, yeah. I haven't had any issues with the Samsung 2 terabyte SSD yet. But I think I might have to end up ordering a spare just in case. But also try to get like a 4 terabyte SSD, and those things are like $300. I said no. I'd rather save my money for something more important. Now maybe if I find like a used one that's in good condition, that might work. Other than that, yeah, I'm not paying $300 for that. There's no hard drive indicator light, surprisingly. Alright guys, so we're just about a little over halfway done resetting this PC. I hope this hard drive isn't bad. This is a Toshiba drive. I think it's set at 1 terabyte, but I'm not sure exactly. Thankfully it's not another Western defective for once. That drive is making all kinds of noise, so I don't know. Let me put my microphone up to it. Oh, now it stopped. It was making some kind of noise. I mean, the drive might be fine, but who knows? Stuck at 66%, which that's not good. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Be back when this is done, hopefully. Alright everybody, I'm in the middle of warming up some lunch here, and all of a sudden this finishes resetting. I said it was almost done. or done, I should say. Still gotta install Windows. Alright guys, so I just finished reinstalling, but you know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and finish this up and get everything reinstalled or reset up while we're at it, because apparently the lightning's not as bad for whatever reason. So we'll click yes on that. Yep. We don't want a second keyboard layout. Oh wow, it actually has a Wi-Fi adapter built in. That was unexpected. So it does have Wi-Fi on it. Okay, you know what? Fine. We'll just connect the Wi-Fi, because it's probably gonna want me to add a Microsoft account, which I really don't want to have to. Okay, we're connected. Next. Yeah, I'm still wondering if this hard drive is, you know, kind of bad. It should have been past that screen by now, and it's not. Yeah, I mean, I could... Alright, guess I'll try the numlock trick. See what that does. There we go. Your computer will restart before you continue. Sometimes you just got to do that numlock trick, although in some cases it's not good to be doing all that. Yeah, I don't like how that hard drive shuts down like that every time it restarts. I don't know if you heard that. The fan's probably going in the background. I really don't like that hard drive shutting down when it's restarting. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't ask for my Microsoft account or anything like that. It shouldn't have messed up any of the HP OEM. Ah, HP Inc. Yep, so it did keep the OEM. Nice. Really wish my Acer Nitro 5 would have been like that, but again, it's messed up. Recovery partition got messed up on it. Well, I guess I am going to have to add my Microsoft account after. I really don't want to do that. Always have... I don't want... No. Not now. Accept. Skip. No thanks. Skip. Decline. Decline. Next. Why does... Of course I know how to use Office 365. I just don't have it. No. Not now. I just expose my first and last name because it wants me to register the product. Now I got to edit that out. Great. And also my email was shown too. Register and protect. Fine. Just this setup process can be a real headache. So yeah, like I said, I really didn't want to add my Microsoft account on here, but oh wow, too late now. It's going to force you to add it if you tell it to connect to internet. Alright, I'll come back when this is all said and done, and we'll see what happens. I remember back on the days of Windows 8 and 8.1, where it always synced the desktop background. And yes, I did finally change it for once. The Outsider Squad, Jackal on the right, Viper on the left, and Crow in the back. What kind of background is this now? So, I'm going to be curious and see if this will actually sync or not. Probably not. I don't even know if it has Bluetooth yet. It does have Bluetooth, surprisingly. Let's turn the location off. So it does have Bluetooth. That's a good sign. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. No external cards needed. I don't know what's popping up. Alright, so to get rid of this mess down here, we want to go to News and Interest. Turn that off. And then you're going to end up getting search highlights. Oh no, probably not yet, because we're still probably not going to have that yet, because we're still on an outdated version of Windows 10, so that won't be popping up right this second. And looks like we got, what is that, Dropbox? Yes, it is. So we got Dropbox, and what is this other one? HP Jumpstart. Okay, so we have all the OEM stuff, looks like, which I should have done, like I said, to the Dell, was reset this PC instead of going back to Windows 7, but again, not a huge loss. And let's see, what do we got here? Yep, looks like all the HP stuff is there, but most of this stuff is gonna need to be updated. Oh, Netflix came pre-installed. That's good. Skype, very common for... Skype is mostly common to be pre-installed. Oh, Wild TechNet games. Tangent? I don't know. Very common with some PCs. I think the Dell Inspiron 560 had that as well. So very common with pre-installed stuff like that. And unlock is off again. Oh, that was strange. I had a little delay turning on there. Let's go to search. Search. It's froze, and now the whole computer just froze, I bet. Yep. It's already slowing down. That's wonderful, eh? Oh. Well, it's probably got 4 gig of RAM. Edge is trying to pop up. I should have added another second RAM stick. That's my profile picture. That is up to date, so that's good. Let's exit that. Which I probably am going to update it again here soon. So as I was trying to do, let's go to Control Panel. Most important tip I like to do. because this definitely helps out with performance. And a lot of people don't ever do this like I do. So you click on category, go to large icons here. And power options, hopefully there's a high performance option. And there is, so we can set it to that. It would run a lot faster. And if there's no high performance option available, then you got to create a power plan under the high performance option. So definitely helps out tremendously if you're ever experiencing any slowness. Yeah, let's finish setting this up. No, decline. Just all done. But now, updating security. So let's go under advanced options, turn on receive updates for other Microsoft products when you update Windows. So let's now check for updates. Probably going to be a whole ton, but I want to see what, how do you, I got to remember how you think on what version of Windows we're on. Hold on. 4 gig of RAM, which I'm on Windows 10 Home version 20H2. So yeah, probably a little older version of it. And yeah, device name, I'm going to fix that here. General Radeon settings has detected one or more. Yeah, I'll just leave all that alone. In fact, let's go ahead and... Yes, okay, let's silence that mess. You just want to right-click on that, Focus Assist, we'll do Actually, let's do alarms only. Sorry about that, okay. Yeah, 4 gig of RAM, it's not going to fly. I'm going to have to see if I got a matching RAM stick for that. I prefer it to have at least 8 gigs. But we're not going to upgrade that right now. We'll do that later. That's if I have the right matching RAM for that. So yeah, checking for updates, and while that's going, why don't we go to Microsoft Store here? This is an outdated Microsoft Store. Yep, see, I knew it. We're kind of outdated, as you can tell there. And Microsoft Store is taking too long to work. Now I'm curious, does it have, I was going to see if it had because this is a HP, I was curious if it had any studio, like a DTS studio sound. Because I used to make bass boost from my mom's laptop years ago, but I had to quit doing that because it kept blue screening while recording. And turns out it was the touchpad driver needed reinstalled. Nothing's happening with the audio control yet, so that might need to be up to date first. So nothing popped up with the audio control, so that's not a good sign. Maybe it will open later. And I'm surprised what's also missing is OneDrive hasn't started yet. We're missing that as well. It hasn't synced my desktop background, which, like I said, I'm surprised it hasn't, like it did on Windows 8 years ago. It always used to sync my desktop background and sounds and whatnot. Maybe it will soon, I'm not sure. Still not sure if this hard drive might be questionable. I mean, it's working okay-ish. Even though I reinstalled Windows, it's still kind of acting a little slow. But hey, it's not everything's perfect. Oh no, not McAfee. Yep, I can already tell we're gonna have to uninstall some of this mess. McAfee, yeah, that's used to be that was always common on Dell PCs. I did not realize it would. Usually, you would have Norton on an HP. My Acer Nitro 5 had it, but I uninstalled it. It wasn't on it when I reinstalled Windows because again, the OEM is screwed on it. Usually, HPs would have Norton. Like my first laptop was an HP. It had Norton antivirus on it. Well, speaking of McAfee, LifeSafe. Actually, I think my older sister's laptop had McAfee as well, or has McAfee on it. So yeah, because hers is also an HP laptop, but it's running Windows 11, which I'm not a fan of it. It's all right, but it's just not my favorite. I prefer Windows 10 more than that. So, ooh, my fingers are getting a little numb here from holding my phone. My thumb is resting against the volume buttons on this phone case. I'm actually recording with my old phone because there's just not enough storage on my new phone. Because I have a game installed on there that's eating up too much storage. So yeah. Once we get all this mess up to date, then we will uninstall some programs that we don't need. Because if I try to uninstall them now, say if I try to uninstall the apps, it's just going to install right back. So we'll just wait on that. But yeah, alright guys, well I'm going to hop off the video for now. But it looks like we're all set and ready to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to show the rest of the progress or not on cleaning up the you know, all the junk programs, like the unused programs I don't need. So if I show it, then great. If I don't, then it's not a big deal at all. But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here, and we'll see y'all later. Alright, everyone, it's been a little while later. I had to let my phone charge up for a little while. Earlier I said those updates were recent. Turns out they weren't. I misread the year. Some of them were from 2022, 2023, and 2024. So just waiting on this. The taskbar is refreshing like crazy, so it's probably due to the Microsoft Store apps being updated. Which I still tried to launch Microsoft Store, it wouldn't open, so it's probably, like I said, a lot of updates need to be done to it. And the audio control did come up, surprisingly, although it's not powered by DTS Studio Sound or whatever. But there's not much settings to adjust right now because I don't have an audio device plugged in, and there's no built-in speaker. Just waiting for all these updates to finish, and I'll click on restart now. You don't want to click restart now until all the updates say pending restart. Smart move. Then after all this updates, I'll check under HP Support Assistant because I'm confident there's got to be at least some BIOS updates available. Because again, I don't remember when this PC was last used. Even though this PC is from 2020. Now, if it wasn't used that much, then it wouldn't surprise me. But considering there was barely any dust inside this PC, I'm confident it was recently used. I'll update y'all later on when something happens. Alright, so I was finally able to get Microsoft Store to open for once, and we got a whole lots of updates. Holy. Yeah. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And it froze. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of updates. It's probably going to be more because I just clicked on check for updates. How are we doing with... So all the updates are done. Just waiting for feature update. Windows 10 version 22H2. Because right now we're on 20H2. Or whatever it was. But one thing we haven't checked yet. I wonder if there's a disk in here. No, there is not. Okay, so disk drive. It's a little needs kind of faded there a little bit. Probably gonna need to. Same thing's probably going to happen like I did to the Dell Inspiron, where I have to use the laser lens cleaner. So no disk in there. Somehow there was a disk in a Dell Inspiron, which I probably got copyrighted music on it, which I don't want to go through, because yeah. Yep, so like I said, the taskbar is still refreshing like crazy. That's because of all these updates. It's still trying to install. Still doing good so far. Sorry if you're hearing any wind noise. That's just coming from my ceiling fan, because I forgot to turn that down. I'm just hoping we don't lose power here, because like I said, I don't have a battery backup unit in my bedroom. It's in the office. Like I said, we were under a tornado watch until 8 p.m. tonight, which that's no surprise. Because these temperatures have been very abnormal this time of year, where it's in the almost 80s. Like it was actually 80 degrees yesterday, kind of abnormal in February. But it is what it is. We had snow like a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen those videos yet, check them out. I did not go out and play in the snow as much, but you know what? I regret not doing that. I should have went out and played in the snow some more. Because once in a lifetime here, it only snows once in a lifetime where I live, so it's kind of sad. But hey, at least I got to enjoy it while it lasted. Still doing its things. 38 updates, look at that. 48, or not 48, sorry. That's still stuck at 22% installing, excuse me. So we'll let this do its thing. Once all this gets up to date, I'll check HP Support Assistant and see if we got any updates. Driver updates, BIOS, whatever. And yeah. Alright. See y'all later. Alright guys. A little while later. That's not good. Tornado warning. Not for my exact area, just the north of the county. I've uploaded that separately already. You know, it would be nice if this update would just finish right now so I can just get this over with. These Microsoft Store updates are still ongoing. I wish it's just very aggravating. Oh, see that works now, so that's good. Yeah, I guess I picked a bad day to do all this work. It does have some more updates down there, but I'm not really worried about all that right now. Because that's why I didn't bother uninstalling any of the Microsoft Store apps yet, because it's just going to reinstall right back, and then you have to uninstall them after, because you know it was still outdated, is what I'm saying. This is stuck at 20. This has been stuck at 22% for a long time. I mean, I don't think this hard drive is not bad. It's just the fact that I'm not used to running Windows on a hard drive anymore like I used to be. I mean, yeah, a guy could upgrade to an SSD, clone the recovery and whatnot partitions to it. And like I said, when I reinstalled Windows 10, or not reinstalled Windows 10, before I reinstalled Windows on the Dell Inspiron 560, I could have just done reset this PC, and it probably wouldn't have affected the Dell OEM stuff. But I went back to Windows 7 instead. I don't think I'm going to upgrade that one to Windows 10. But these computers are just going to be a spare in case something happens. I really wish they both had SSDs. It'd be a lot more reliable. But oh well. A couple more updates left. Just taking its old, Windows is just taking its old time updating. But yeah, I'll come back and update y'all later when all this is said and done. Alright everyone, well this is stuck at 22% installing. I'm just going to do an update and shutdown because I'm not about to risk. I'm really not about to risk this PC getting ruined by lightning, so we'll just do update and shutdown. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I clicked update and shut down, not update and restart. Okay, now it's saying getting Windows ready, do not turn off your computer. But guess what? It's probably not going to get ready because that other update was still in the process of installing. So it's probably not going to shut down anytime soon, if I had to guess. I don't want to risk this computer getting ruined by lightning or anything, but again, I'm sorry. I picked the wrong day to be doing all this. I should have just waited the next day. It's so aggravating, you know. Alright, I'll be back when something happens. Alright, so it's been just about 15 minutes later. We're still on this. Is that 22H2 Windows 10 update very big or what? Because this is obviously taking a long time just for it to finish installing and shutting down. I'm starting to get aggravated here. And exactly why I wish this had an SSD and not an HDD. Because I'm just too impatient for all this these days. But that's okay. I'm not forced shutting down this computer unless the only way it's going to get forced shut down is if we lose power. So yeah, I've been stuck on this for quite some time. Probably because that update that's still stuck at installing 22% complete for a long time. Alright, I might do a final update once this shuts down, hopefully. And yeah, see y'all later. Oh, look what finally finished after nearly an hour later. Working. Yep. Looks like that one long update finally finished. I don't know if it's going to restart or shut down or what. Because I clearly clicked update and shut down. Alright, so it just hit 30% complete. I think this is usually where it restarts at this point or shuts down. It actually says it's restarting even though I click update and shut down. Wow. Well, so much for that. It's fine. It's fine. It needed to restart anyways, right? Called it. So it did not update and shut down. It updated and restarted. But again, I still don't like how that hard drive shuts down. Actually, I want to try to go to... I'm gonna fix that while we're in here. I want to see if there's any... No, I guess there's no other settings to adjust. Okay, then. Okay, I figured it out. It's under power on options. I'm going to set that back to 5 seconds. And we will save changes and exit. There we go. Yeah, so it does not have a second RAM slot, like I said. Working on updates again. It might actually reboot another time. Depends on how many updates they are. What just happened? It blacked out. Is it rebooting? Or it might be shutting down. It might actually be shutting down now. Yep. Well, if Microsoft couldn't be even more stupider than they already are, now it shuts down after it finishes updating. That's why it restarted. Well, I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave it off for a little while, let it cool down, and I'll come back and try to finish updating it, because apparently this weather is not supposed to be as bad. So yeah. Alright, sometime later, and I'm back. Yeah, no, I said I was gonna wait tomorrow and finish this up, but let's go ahead and get this over with. I might just turn those BIOS messages back off, even though it's not really that important. So yeah, it's still kind of running a little slow. That's to be expected with an HDD. But like I said, this hard drive might be in question too. Gotta enter my pin, so gotta point the camera down for a quick moment. And now my profile picture up here is gone now for whatever reason. Oh, that's why it's taking so long. It's because it's on this 22H2 update. That's why it's running so slow right now. I get it. Okay, it's back. Let's load it now. But again, just very slow. You know what I should have done? Oh, hello. Background changed. But it's still not syncing my desktop background, unfortunately. But it's very strange. It used to do that a lot back on Windows 8. And I don't know why it's not doing that anymore. Alright, so the meat now, we're going to hide that. The freaking Copilot. I'm going to unpin that because you don't need that kind. Oh, and there's the search. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm going to get rid of those search highlights. So to get rid of that, if you see a picture of something like this, you want to right click on that, go to search, and then show search highlights. So apparently that's not a feature until you reach Windows 10 22H2. That should disappear here in a moment. Oh, command prompt came up and went away. Well, that should have went away, I said. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't have time with that right now, because we still probably got some updates and we got more fish to fry than that. Probably some more updates. I know there were some more updates on Microsoft Store, which I did not update yet. I'm going to do something with this RAM, because this ain't going to work. This 4 gigabyte. I'm about to see if I can maybe throw in it. Maybe another 4 gig would help, because this. You know what? Scratch this. Shut this back down. I'm actually going to see if I can find another RAM stick that will match this, because this is slow, and yeah, this is not going to work for me. So this is what I was talking about here. But it looks like maybe this bracket comes off. And, well, I don't feel like grabbing out the right size screwdriver. Let's just see if we can get this off. Alright, I don't want to risk messing up the cage, so I'm just going to try to peek and see what kind of RAM we're working with. It's a Samsung, I can already tell. So maybe I might have another Samsung. But I don't think it's going to be a 4 gig. It's probably going to be a 2 gig. I guess I'm just going to have to slide it in, because I don't want to risk breaking the cage. Alright, well, I'll see what I got here. Well, guys, I think unfortunately it looks like we struck out on the RAM. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Well, actually, yeah. I can already tell it's not going to work. Dang it. I was hoping it would be the right one, and they're different sizes. Alright, everybody, everything is reassembled. Sorry I didn't film that. Apparently my battery was running low, because I forgot to put my phone to charge while I was eating dinner. So it's plugged back in, everything's reconnected. See what happens. Pretty sure I reseated the RAM correctly. And I did. Yeah, it's really a shame. I'm not going to be able to upgrade the RAM. So it is DDR4. But it's a different size apparently. Not a different kind of DDR4. I'll try to screenshot the oh, it's actually running a little faster now. Hello. I did make sure all those wires in there were connected right, and make sure there was no loose connections. Maybe that fixed part of the problem. Nope. Probably not. It's still gonna run like crap. But again, that's to be expected on an HDD. I'm surprised it even had Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in. I even saw the little card in it. Now that we're booted, once again, it's probably going to change backgrounds again if I had to guess. I don't think OneDrive updated yet because, again, it's too busy updating other stuff. Oh, looks like the search highlights are gone, so that's good. Oh, whoa, hello. Yep, I should have known there was going to be driver updates. And a firmware update. Well, I think this should be updated under HP Support Assistant, ? And now it just froze for whatever reason. There we go. Called it. I knew there was going to be some firmware updates. Yeah, look at all. This is mostly going to be driver updates now, as you can see. Because, you know, that's just how most electronics be these days. They got to update firmware. The strangest thing is, my Acer Nitro 5 has had only one system update, and that's it. So I don't know what Acer's deal is. Even if I try to check updates under Acer Care Center, all it does is just spin and spin non-stop. So yeah, that's just how it is with my Acer Nitro 5. Had like one or two, I don't remember how many system updates it had. Like one or two, and that's it. Like I said, I really wish the OEM wasn't messed up on it, because I've used the Windows 10 installation tool and I shouldn't have. You can't use it if you have a OEM on it already. Alright, I'll come back when this all finishes up. Alright, looks like all the updates are done. We'll restart again. Oh, of course, get Windows ready even though it's got a firmware update upcoming. Again, I still don't like how this hard drive shuts down every time it restarts. I can't stand it. I'm hearing some... I don't know what that tapping noise was, but it stopped. Let's see, firmware update? The heck was that? It just had some quick message and it went away. Yes, we want to apply update now. And the fans aren't going crazy. I'm very surprised. I guess it all depends on what PC we have. Yep, verifying a new BIOS image. I'm surprised the fans on it are nice and quiet. You know, I do miss my first laptop I had. I disassembled it and got rid of it. I could have kept it, waited to order like a HDD or SSD and then upgrade. I'd probably still be using that laptop to this day. Upon restarting, the screen may blink a few times. Various LEDs may flash. Okay. Whoop. And it shuts down like that. That's the latest BIOS update. I don't know what the one was before. This one says from 2023. Glad to say that this monitor still works good. Oh, blackout. Let me guess. Let's finish setting up your PC. It's gonna be popping up. Yep, called it. Even though I just did this a while ago. Oh, and it just went away. What on earth is going on? I'm confused. Okay, we'll just pretend that never happened. Yeah, I don't think this PC is going to be eligible for Windows 11 because I know by a fact the RAM has to be 8 gigs or higher, and this only has a 4 gig. But it might be eligible if I threw another 4 gig of RAM at it. Now, let's see if we got... I think there are going to be some more Microsoft Store updates. Oh, I am not used to these HDDs, guys. Really, that's the only two that need to be updated? Ooh. 406 megabytes. You see that mess? What size is this drive? Is this hard drive? That's what we never figured out yet. And it's doing that thing by default, which I don't like. Let me see if we can fix that mess. So I'd rather go to this PC. So let's see if we can fix that. Open File Explorer to this PC. That's what I don't like when it does the quick access crap. Could it be a 950 gigabyte, not a 1 terabyte? I don't know. Maybe, or maybe a 9.80. Oddball size, you know, but that's, you know, very common. There's also another thing I want to do. Something that I don't like is that if I go to properties, I do not like how that's unchecked by default, because if you accidentally delete something and you don't get a confirmation dialog, then you're going to be like, what happened to my file? Oh, right, it's in the recycle bin. Just restore it or delete it. You know, someday I'll just end up being a computer enthusiast, like, you know, like, end up buying used computers and turning them into a profit. That's if, you know, they're even good, is what I'm saying. But yeah, let's just make sure there's not any more. And then we'll go into HP Support Assistant, see if we got any other updates, that is. The taskbar is going crazy. And nothing else, I'll get rid of all the unnecessary programs off video. This is just about to wrap up day 3 here. Alright, looks like we're all up to date with Windows, so that's good. Speaking of updates, yep. I knew that was gonna be uncheck marked. Typical HP. HP. Oh, your update. So claim it up to date. Really though? Okay, fine. Just restart. Typical. Doesn't want to restart right away. Why is that still popping up? HP is just literally screwing around with me. Trying to play mind tricks on a guy is all it is. HP Support Assistant. Let's see if it'll work right now. If I click restart now, this is what happens. It's going to pop back up again, I bet. Yep. HP, you're killing me. Actually, I'll be up to date. Okay. You know what we should do is run disk cleanup. Windows C. Yep. Now, yeah, do that. Clean up system files, because that would definitely help out a lot. The only thing that takes a long time to clean up is the system, or I'm sorry, Windows Update cleanup usually takes a long time. Well, it's not, I mean, it's not that bad, but still. Let's see. See, I just check mark that. Check. Retail demo office offline content. Oh, maybe because it was from Walmart or whatever. This might have been a Walmart PC. Which that most likely wouldn't surprise me. And we can uncheck mark downloaded program files. Yeah, so that will free up 5.15 gigabytes. Like I said, this Windows Update cleanup takes a long time, so I'll come back once this is done. This has got to be a really slow computer I've ever dealt with. Like, every time I go to browse around the AMD graphics, Radeon graphics, settings, it always wants to nearly crash every time. Well, it's not doing it now. It was earlier. This is not going to fly at all. Like, really wish I had the right RAM stick sizes, and I don't. This is like the longest Windows Update cleanup I've ever seen. Also, it's still not synchronizing my desktop background, which it claimed it was going to be doing that from OneDrive, and it's not. Yeah, don't mind that. I had to manually install the OneDrive, the latest update for it. But yeah, the background still isn't syncing. I don't understand why. This Windows Update cleanup is taking forever. Also, the whole Windows Explorer just crashed and restarted for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that's about. Alright guys, this is going to be the final update for tonight. I've already done this cleanup. I'm now defragmenting the drive. My thoughts on this PC, good, but it's slow. The RAM could need to be upgraded. Like I said, I don't have, excuse me, I don't have any RAM sticks that fit the right size for this PC, so I'm gonna have to order that. And yeah, but other than that, it works pretty good. It's just not the fastest. But it's been defragmented for quite some time. It ain't even passed. So yeah, like I said, maybe a hard drive on its way out. Who knows? But alright, that's gonna wrap up day 3, guys. Just after 10 p.m. So I'm gonna call this a win as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hit like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. And if I continue to collect more computers in the future, I will gladly make a video of them. And yeah, take care.